Greetings! Today I want to do something a bit different. I want to do an unboxing and first impression video. As you may know by now, I'm really into watercolors. They are my favorite thing, and that's basically the only art supply that I have a full interest in. Consequently, my collection is respectable. It's non-negligible. The way I work, I don't have a lot of uses for black and white. When you start buying more than one set, you start having a lot of pans of black and white that are basically useless. At some point, I decided that I would not buy new sets if they had a black or a white pan in them. Basically, that removes all the smaller sets, because even the professional paints like Winsor & Newton's Professional or Schmincke, they all have a black and or a white paint. Long story short, recently I saw something that was kind of hard to resist, and I failed. I did not resist. It was a palette featuring a color selection based on one artist's work, and it is by Schmincke, so it was quite expensive, but all in all still a decent price for what it is. I was able to purchase it. It is Hazel Soan, a signature edition Aureolin aquarelle. It's offered by the Society for All Artists. I got this through Amazon because they are a seller on there. So here you can see you have a small bio about the artist, and you have the full listing of the colors in the set. And there is no black or white, which is my condition for buying new sets of paints. You can probably read all the colors. In general, the selection has many reds or red-ish tones, and yellows and blues and browns. There is no green. There isn't a lot of gold colors either. That's the set. It comes in the box, packaged like this. I'm gonna unwrap it and check the paints. This is my first set by Schmincke. I love that the set comes in a box that lets you add in colors if you want to. It could have easily come in a 24 half pans, 12 full pans set box, but instead it's in a 36 half pan and 18 full pans. So I think that's really nice. I could add my favorite colors in here. I'm going to unwrap and set the pans back in. I'm going to do the swatches. I'm not going to do as organized as I do in the reviews, because I really just want to get a first impression of what the colors are like. First color is Aureolin Modern. Second color is, I feel like I'm calling the bingo numbers. It's Indian Yellow. So this one. It looks orange when it's dry, but that's usually the case with Indian Yellow. New Gamboge does the same. Third color is Yellow Raw Ochre. fourth color is Burnt Sienna. It was so easy to reactivate. Alright, so moving on to the half pans. The first half pan here is Raw Umber. I'm curious, all these colors that have basically the same pigment, like all the PBR 7s, like you have the Siennas and the Umbers, and they often have one pigment in them, but they all look so different. Next half pan is Burnt Umber. So I had Raw Umber and now it's Burnt Umber. And that's exactly what I was saying, like they both are PBR 7, but they will look very different. This one here is Sepia Brown. For the last color of this row, it is Dark Blue Indigo. I really like Ilio Turquoise by Schmincke, and this color, this dark blue indigo, is beautiful. So that's the first row. I'm gonna move on to the second row. First color is Prussian Blue. Next one is Cobalt Cerulean. Next color is Cobalt Blue Deep. The last full pan is Ultramarine Finest. Moving on to the half pans, the first half pan is Mauve. Yep, that's exactly what I expected. Next color, it's Alizarin Crimson, which I know is not a light fast color. Next color is Ruby Red. And the very last one is Cadmium Red Middle. That's it for the swatches. I'm a bit curious about these three blues because there is not that much of a difference between them, especially these two. And I think that usually Prussian Blue is a bit deeper than that, so maybe that's just my swatch. The Ultramarine looks pretty much like Ultramarine. I'm just mixing. I don't really have a plan other than say I want a purple, I'm gonna mix one of the reds with one of the blues just to see what comes up. The one thing though that I just noticed is that since the metal is new, it beads a lot and it's very hard to see what color is spreaded out. This is my first Schmincke box, so I have no idea if this is something that will wear off. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep mixing my colors in a dollar store ceramic plate. That's it for my first impression. It can be summed up as in super happy, super nice colors, really the kind of colors that I like. You may not like it, that's okay. Saves you the temptation and a bunch of money. I really like when they try to do something different and that they try to come up with sets that let you explore something different and something new. That's it for this first impression and unboxing video. Let me know what you think of this palette after watching the video, if you're curious about it, if you don't like it, if it's not for you, if it's for you. I'm just curious to know what everyone's opinion about palette sets and color selections in general. I hope you have a great day and see you soon.